Jones, George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party when I come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw 'em off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and, of course, at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But, of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
From the 31, Brady, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Open man is Jalen Darden. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage, and it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. Now Brady. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time. And leading them, their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his 3rd 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Out to his left. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Brady. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady, left side here. That's complete to Godwin. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Fournette is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Fournette again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucs have got it back to within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On play action, now Brady. He's got a man, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Brady
completes it again to Gage. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nice play there by Russell Gage, who left Atlanta, but didn't leave the NFC South, where he signed to join Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What a luxury for him to be a third receiver for this team. He forms a great trio with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Brady now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. To throw, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point put through by Succop. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. Let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
From the 6.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And he's got some space here.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Jackson now.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft.
Touchdown! Rashad Bateman on the touchdown throw from Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want the...
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's Brady to throw.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his left. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Brady now on first down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, Brady dumps it off to Fournette. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on second down. Brady, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is brought in at the 21.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He finds bait. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And he comes back with one complete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.